Hello guys, welcome. So I am about to listen to Hangin Tough, the album by New Kids on the Block, and this is of course continuing my New Kids album journey. We're gonna get right into it. If you'd like to see this video fully uncut, you can do so on my Patreon. The link is in the description. Alright, you got it, the right stuff, which I've of course reacted to. I do love how those chords come in during the chorus. It's a little weird listening to the studio version of this because I'm so used to seeing them perform it live. That classic 80s fade out. Of course. Obviously I have the rest of the album to hear, but that track makes for a perfect opener. It's a pop song with just a hint of R&B in the chorus, and I thought it was very well executed. And next up we have the also iconic Please Don't Go Girl.
We've been together for a long time, baby.
By the way, Joey Mac. We're gonna need that updated version. I cannot be the only one who desperately wants Joey to record a new version of it in his grown man Joey voice. I feel like the world needs it. Change. You know, it's just hitting me how well that song has held up. I mean, when Joey does sing it now, it sounds just as fresh to me. That song is one of the most innocent slow jams to ever slow jam, and I love it for that reason. And it's so funny to me how we're going from a song that's an iconic Joey moment right into I'll Be Loving You Forever, which is an iconic Jordan moment. They just had to go for that Phil Collins drum fill. Love it. What's so wild about that song is Jordan kind of, excuse my language, on the studio version every time he performs it now, because he sings it a lot more aggressively, and he goes for even higher notes during the climax, and there's always a big finish. I just cannot imagine anyone else singing that song. And as I pointed out the first time I heard it, when I reacted to it, I love that it's entirely, well, almost entirely sung in falsetto, because I feel like that's not done a lot for some reason. And of course, next up, the also iconic cover girl. I think it's fair to call this an iconic Donnie moment. God, I love the 80s synths. So fun.
Don't you know you're my kind? You're just what I like. Girl, you're everything. Don't you know you are right? The only girl I've always needed for so long.
I did not realize this song was that guitar heavy.
She's my cover girl.
I think he wanted to give us a little Prince moment with that scream. Have I ever noticed the key change in this song? I don't know. Could be misremembering, but that threw me for a loop. Okay, so in all honesty, CoverGirl isn't one of my favorite New Kids songs, but I don't dislike it, and I do prefer hearing it live, just because it's incredibly entertaining to watch Donnie run across the stage, singing it like a drunk guy at a karaoke bar. I appreciate the song from an entertainment standpoint, but musically, I've heard stronger tracks from them so far. And next up we have I Need You, which is the first track on this album I have not heard. Let's get into it. And we finally have lyrics. Thank goodness.
Girl, I love you. I want you. Oh, how I care. When you need me, I'll be there. I need you. Yes, I do.
Ooh, come through, background vocals.
Girl, I need you. Baby, you gotta know how much I want you.
Oh, the drama. So I enjoyed parts of that song, namely the guitar and background vocals, but overall, I'm not sure how I feel about it, so I'll have to give it a few more listens. But next up, we have the also iconic title track, Hangin' Tough, which I've of course reacted to. Let's go. I'm probably not tough enough, but that's not gonna stop me from enjoying this song. Those toms are very cool. I haven't heard that phrase in a while. I can't recall if that was my first time hearing the studio version of Hangin' Tough, or if there was a music video that I reacted to, but I definitely did not remember the beatboxing towards the end. That was cool. And overall, I just love that song so much because it's such a perfect stadium rock anthem, and every time they end a show with it, I'm just as excited. Alright, next up, I Remember When. Kinda getting lost in the instrumentation on this one. That is quite a lengthy fade out. So that was another track that I'm going to have to give a few more listens to figure out how I feel about it. I definitely enjoyed the instrumentation, but overall it just didn't grab me as much as the others have. But yeah, let's go right into what you're gonna do about it.
Sooner or later, love was gonna get you. Sooner or later, somehow I knew we'd get you. Love was gonna get you.
Girl, why you do me like this? You know I still love you.
Though you done me wrong, I'm still in love with you. What you gonna do about it? Can't get you out of my mind. Every time I see you, this happens all the time.
Joey just came out of nowhere with that. Okay, so I wasn't the biggest fan of that song on my initial listen, and the biggest reason is because to me, it sounded way too similar to The Right Stuff. Now, I love a sonically cohesive album, but not to the point where each song is a clone, and I just feel like those two tracks were a little too similar, with The Right Stuff being the stronger of the two, in my opinion. And next up, we have My Favorite Girl, which I've of course heard, but I've only seen a live performance of it, so yeah. I already know I love this song.
My favorite girl. Oh, she's my favorite girl. There's so much I like in you. I can't go wrong.
Why do I suddenly feel like breakdancing? Luckily for you all, I can't breakdance, so no one has to see that, but this is making me want to, bust a move. I'm so glad he actually hit that note in the studio version. I was worried that was just a live performance thing. My favorite girl, in my opinion, is 80s pop perfection. And again, if you're not dancing to it, something's wrong. That's how I see it. Of course, I do prefer it live, but that studio version still gets you dancing. That song is over 5 minutes, and I did not mind at all. Alright, lastly, we have Hold On. My question is, what is this girl supposed to be holding on to? I need them to be more specific.
I know you wanna rock tonight, through the night into the day. We can chase our blues away. So grab a hold, don't lose control. Really know you got the soul. Hold on, girl, hold on. Ooh, girl, hold on.
Okay, that brings us to the end of the album, and as usual, I had fun listening to that. By the way, with Hold On, again, I really enjoyed the instrumentation on that track. However, the vocals during the verses took me out of it a little bit, so that's why it didn't end up being one of my favorites. but I'm glad to have the full context of this album now, because obviously this produced quite a few early hits for them. And my favorites on this album would be You Got It, The Right Stuff, Please Don't Go Girl, I'll Be Loving You Forever, Hangin' Tough, and My Favorite Girl, which is kind of funny because all of those tracks are the big hits, and also tracks I had heard prior. I think overall, my biggest issue with the other 5 tracks were the vocals. To me, they just didn't feel as clean on the other 5 tracks, but obviously they were very young here, so I was expecting to not be the biggest fan of some of these tracks, and we are moving along the timeline, so I'm excited to get into the later albums and hear the vocals get progressively better. Guys, please do let me know your thoughts on this album and what your favorite tracks were. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!